Good afternoon. My name is Tumi Tladi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's see. We are about to do the last video for this mini series on Web API. Before we do that, video number 11, uploaded audios. We should mark it as done. Save. And now we are about to do notifications feature. We should mark it as done also because please watch other previous videos because I promise this content is good, especially if you watch from number 8, uploaded docs, particularly voice messages, where I had to use my OneDrive to send some screenshots, because I cannot use Visa since my computer is incapable of handling the graphics that are required to mirror my physical device on my computer. And then is it called Your Phone, that type of app in Windows 10? It's a crappy one, so it still doesn't want to mirror my phone to the computer. Okay, so let's see, notifications, controllers, Web API, V1. I believe it's on general. General notifications. So this tiny feature, let me show off the screenshot. This screenshot is from the previous sessions. This is what we're going to be focusing on, notifications. Well, I don't need the rest of these guys, so let me quickly close them. We don't need them. We only need this guy. So this is how notification looks like. But what I'm about to do, I'm about to upload another request. I'm about to send a request to Karishola Papers store. And then we are about to change the state of the processing from pending to completed. So currently there's two currently on my physical device, like on the actual app. So we're about to do this, but I'm going to use a screenshot, with the help of OneDrive. So the code, how many endpoints? Wow. So we're going to focus on one endpoint. This should be quick. Let's get down to business. So we need to talk about this class, application DB context class. So let's go to DAL. Inside the folder called identity, there is a class application DB context. Now this class, it's the only class that has every right to talk to database. The only class that can talk to database, like creating the database, the tables, the entire schema for the entire database, right? And then we're gonna focus on this. Wait, what exactly we're gonna focus on? Let's see. Notifications, a weird feature, or uploads. Okay, so we're gonna focus on uploads. There we go. And then we need to look at entity data model for uploads. So it should be on media uploads. So for this feature, it's not on the web. For administrator, I know for sure. Let's close these guys. As administrator, let's go to a task and see, do we need to look at notifications or is it uploads? Yeah, there's no notification, but it seems like we need to focus on uploads. Interesting. And we'll come back to this. So this administrator. What about Frank, our client? Frank doesn't have notifications. So this feature, it's a feature meant for mobile application, based on the documents that have been submitted for requests, right? If you want to understand uploads, I'm not gonna do much, honestly, because I did cover this extensively when we did video number 8 on uploads, where I spoke about this. But I want to keep it open like this. But I'm not gonna go in depth. So we know it's HTTP GET. We know the route, API routes, V1 notifications, and then there's this guy. Let me quickly just show that. Close this. Contracts, API routes, and then we need to look at the static class for notifications. There we go. It has only one constant variable, which is get all notifications with the base version, and then the actual route passing in the app ID. So the idea here is that you can only get notifications out of the entire system meant for your device through the app based on the app ID, right? And then we know the response type that gets to be produced. It's a list of get all notifications response v1. So let's go to responses, general, get all notifications response v1. So out of all these properties that are making up columns in the table uploads, I'm only requesting this data. I'm requesting the service, the file type, customer reference, the process, create on, and the business name. That's the only thing I'm requesting. So these guys, that's the only thing I'm really requesting. Okay, so we know that it takes in the app ID of type go with. So this will come from the device. As soon as you launch my app, it has an app ID behind the scenes, and then it will use that app ID to send a request to say, listen, go to this endpoint. Go to this endpoint, and I need you to get me a list of all notifications belonging to my device, okay, or for me through my device on this app. So we need to initialize this list with now, and we need to use the using block application DB context, get access to the uploads table, provide a condition with the where clause, where the incoming app ID has to be the app ID that is found on the app, and then we're going to order them by create on property. We're going to use the select to build up the response. Also, why did I not use automapper? It seems like automapper wasn't used effectively throughout the system. I'm wondering why. So we're going to get the service, file type, customer reference, process, when was it created, for which business, and then as a list, obviously. And if that list it's null, we're going to return not found. We cannot find anything for your app ID. Other than that, return entire list, and we're going to use the helper method dispose to do garbage collection stuff. That's it. So quickly, let's go and take a look at .NET Core. The version of .NET Core, Web API, controllers, v1, general, notifications. No, okay. Let's give it a couple of seconds before Visual Studio decides to become unresponsive. So like I've been saying in my previous videos that on Monday I'm going to start a new series. It's going to be a major series. Approximately out of that series, we're going to have about 100 videos. It's going to be Xamarin. I'm going to do one thing and one thing only. So we're going to plan. I'll come with a list of what we're going to be covering. Okay, so this guy seems like he's done. Not quite yet. There we go. So we need to, because this .NET Core is dependency injectable system, so we have iNotifications service for v1. So let's go to services, v1 general notifications. iNotify service is an interface with only one method that returns a task. It's a list of get all notifications response, the same object. The name of the method get all notifications for v1, taking in the app ID, and the implementation thereof of this guy. After we implement that interface, we're going to have a global variable with application DB context, and we're going to use a constructor to inject application DB context instance, using constructor injector. And then we have the same method, get all, that returns a list of get all notifications, taking in that app ID, and then we're gonna build the same thing that we have. Still no automapper. I'm wondering why. but the same thing to a list, and after that we're going to return that list. And then we're going to go back to the controller where we check, listen, after we requested to get all, did we find anything on the list? If it's null, return 404, notify that no necessary notifications were found on the system to show results. Other than that, return a list. Okay, so the .NET Core, it's using dependency injection system, which is a fantastic, really is a fantastic. I wonder why is there a change here, because there's something's missing here. Let me undo. Okay, cool. So let's go and show. I'm gonna use my phone again. I think we are done here, but I'm not gonna close the video till we need it. But here we are done. So I need this guy, I need this guy. So this is what we have currently. I'm about to send another request. Let's go to documents, to the same store. So let me look at my, for my app, it's currently launching. And then I'm only going to use a screenshot. I'm a customer or visitor. I'm taking a screenshot where it's waiting for permissions. It's what we're going to be uploading. Now the permissions are granted. The location permissions specifically are being granted. And then I'm just going to search Karishola Papers. The business number is IGHQ search. We found the store. We're going to go to services. We know the prices. I'm going to go to upload. And I'm going to upload that screenshot. I'll show it in a second. There we go. The file is supported. So it's going to be copying with the black and white. No, with the color. It's double-sided, 2 pages, it's 12 rand, and now I'm uploading. Yes, there we go. So it generated this guy H2X7G. So there's a customer reference number, and then once I hit refresh, you see the third record here. So the third record, and there we go, H2X7G. So this is what we have. So the document was submitted successfully, you know, and then now oh, the screenshot for this guy. There we go, screenshot. We said we were gonna share it via OneDrive. There we go. Upload. So let's wait for it. Currently there are 34 items. There should be 35 in a second. There we go. And then this is the guy. So I'm just gonna open it here to show that there's a third entry on the notifications. There we go, H2X7G, and it's pending, and it's 12 rand, as we know based on the price, 12 rand, and it's pending. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change the state of this guy to be completed, but I'll demo this when I do Xamarin extensive series. So I'm gonna do completed, and now we get to update the process, and now it's completed. You see this, it's completed. So I'm gonna refresh on my app. Refresh, there we go. Another screenshot to show that it's been completed. Share OneDrive. There we go. So this is what we have. We are waiting for another 36 items in a second. There we go. And this is the guy. So now you see that it's green. There we go. It simply means that it's completed. So this is notification. This is the feature I came up with to say, listen, after you have submitted your request from the services, there is an upload tab You know, if it's success, if it's still pending, the color should be red, but if it's completed, it should be green. Still, you know, pushing this customer reference number with the price to say it's completed, now you can come and pick it up. This is the feature called notifications. It's part of the alerts, and I just clicked this button, refresh, and then pull this guy down. So this is what I want to show. I hope you understand this. I hope that you now understand the power of Web API. It's something that's very, very powerful. And the document that we have sent through, let me open the administrator. It's 146. If I refresh, there should be 147 entries in total. There we go, 147. And what is that? It's H2. There we go. You see, it even says it's completed. Let's go and see the actual screenshot. There we go. There's a screenshot where it was waiting for permissions. There we go. As you can see, 1425, now 1430 or 230. So this is my app on my physical device, and I'm done. So this officially marks the end of this series on Web API. I had fun exploring this series. It has been fantastic. Let me just remove these guys, we won't need them again. And now from Monday, I'm gonna start a new series on Xamarin, like I've been saying, and I'm excited about it. I still need to plan what to cover, but we'll plan together on the overview. And then I'm gonna use the visor, but on my laptop to do so. So now we are done so this is the power of Web API with the endpoints, and we're gonna focus on this guy from Monday, Xamarin, particularly for Android. It's fantastic mobile application. It's just blissful. With that being said, thank you. I hope that this content on this video, it has been amazing throughout the channel. It's been amazing. If that's the case, please subscribe, click on the notification bell to be notified when I drop something that's juicy, because the content is juicy. With that being said, thank you, and until next time. Once again, my name is Tumi Tladi.